What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe.
You can be a bit more
And
enthusiastic.
that's it for me. I'm out of here. Safe.
You can be a bit more.
You can be a little bit more happy. A little bit more happy, man. Come on, man.
It was about almost as boring as a Southgate interview.
He did the same thing. He did the same thing that France did. They left.
More like a fucking France. 90 minutes of watching France's football, my man. But anyway, people, I was just playing. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. We have a stellar panel here. Without further ado, let's introduce our first guest, the man who's been coining the phrase, it's coming home, the Hotspur Bram. Talk to me. How are you, Machi?
I'm like a guy that found something that he lost a long time ago and eventually found it. I'm still stunned. I'm stunned, but we're there. We are there.
Say no more. And of course, the man who's been riding the La Furia Roja on the. To be fair, he's been right about everything. You can't even bend him about
Yes,
whatever.
yes.
He's just got W's all the way around. Spanish pundit Ahmad, what you saying, my bro?
Oh, I am fantastic. And unlike the England people who's been on an emotional roller coaster, my emotion has been one way. It's all happy. It's W's. I'm not even worried about England. I don't even think England's going to be a threat. So I don't even know why we're here. I don't know.
You better watch him out before you get fucking cooked of the squad if you keep chatting all this happy shit in front of me.
You know what?
There's no happy vibes here on my
We'll
side.
get to you. Don't worry. We'll get to you. Don't worry.
Isidore. Let's not be rude. Introduce Isidore.
Say no more. But good to have you back, my brother. And the man who came out last time I saw him, he had a full-grown beard. I don't know what the rain has done to him. He's got too much time on his hands clearly today, but he's looking like a new man, new manager, new players coming in. Isidore, welcome back, my red brother, my Scouse brother. What you saying?
every the guys, as the Euros, my bro. What can a person say? The Premier League is gone. Huh?
On his slots, clean shaven, full head. He's
Yeah. Take a
was
take
at
a
a
break.
beard, and the scruffs. They follow suit.
Take a break. I'm following Mo Salah, man. You see? Mo Salah is also got
Yeah, Salah's got like a new haircut and stuff, yeah.
yeah.
You guy, Mo.
Yeah. But David, look at when Loss was on the show.
Sure,
Long
it's been a
time,
while.
but good to be back.
The
bro.
start of the Euros. Just before we
Start
started.
the Euros last, my
Yes,
bro.
you were on. So
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for having me again, guys. But let us
Anytime. Thank you
just
for
like I said,
joining.
Kumbos kuy may bro.
Yeah, let us play. Only one place to start. Let's start with the first semi-final. Spain, France. Ahmad, I'll let you go. I think it's only right that you should have a fat load to say because yes, you guys have been the best looking team this tournament, and Barcelona youngster obviously doing the bits coming up clutch. But I'll let you take the floor first before I give my whole monologue. Go ahead.
Remember, I was on the pod months ago, and I told you guys, remember the name Lamine Yamal. I want you to go find it. I want you to go clip it. And Dave said, okay, we'll see. Months ago. It's months later. He turned 17. Now, Sunday, or the eve of the final, he turned 17. And he's the reason they are there. He's a 16-year-old that's carried the team. I feel like he's outshined everybody that you could expect of. You expect your Ronaldo's, you expect your Mbappe's. You didn't see any of that this tournament, sadly to say. He's been the key, he's been the pillar. Spain's football has been dominant. The message is clear, the direction is clear, the style of play is clear. Everybody knows. You know what makes something great? If you know what they're doing but you can't stop it, then you know it's great. You know what's going to happen. You know what's coming, but you can't stop it because it's that good. And Spain is that. Spain is that. You cannot help but say that they are that good. And if you compare to the way that France has been playing, Like I was even shocked they were there because why? I expected France to be on the level that Spain is for the whole tournament. Because I expect that because we know what we get from France. But it's like if there's no Kylian Mbappe, there's no France. And I'm sorry, but it does look like that.
Look, if I have to talk about France, I think we can all agree on one thing: this whole tournament, France have been underwhelming, and that's me putting it mildly. Actually, I think we look shit the entire tournament. For the first time, we actually played football, and I think the key is with Spain, it's players that come into a system, they know their jobs. With France, from day one, there's been too much chopping and changing. Rabiot coming in, then Camavinga comes in, then Griezmann goes out wide. And I don't put it like, I'm not buying all this bullshit about Kylian Mbappe with the mask shit and all that nonsense. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because my thing is, if I mean, we've all have some affiliation to the game, and we've all seen everybody play with a mask. No one is forcing you to play with a mask. And then the one game you decide to not play you play without the mask, and then all of a sudden you look better. So why didn't you do that before? Is your nose all of a sudden going to recover within a month? Your nose is still going to be broken within a week's time, and that is just it. Like
Exactly.
everybody likes to put it down like this France team they've got strength in numbers. I can tell you as a French fan, I don't rate Marcus Thuram. I don't rate Kolo Punani. Pause. I don't rate Rabiot. I don't like Rabiot. I never liked him. And it was a classic case of football is a humbler for me because if you are so shit, I want to open my mouth and say Lamine Yamal must come prove something. Motherfucker, what the fuck have you done? In all honesty.
I just rate Rabiot. I just rate Rabiot full stop. And it's just more personal. It's about 2 years ago. We was at PSG and
I don't know why everyone was linked with him. I think that's because of his mother. His mother's his flipping agent. Bro.
We were heavily linked to sign him.
Everybody was linked with Rabiot.
Left. But ours was like agreed. PSG agreed. Listen, you can go to Spurs, and I don't know if it was him or his mom, but anyway, the response was, "I'd rather sit on the bench elsewhere than play for Spurs." And it was as I just hated the guy.
I don't like him. Period. I never liked him. I never saw anything in him. Honestly.
So,
When
I
United
don't,
were
I
linked
don't
with him, I
think,
said,
I don't
please
think
let
you can
United
be a world-class player if you perform in the French league only. Sorry, period. Because the French league is not competitive.
I don't like him, but I mean, my reasons is very childish for not liking him. But I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he's
I
bad.
don't think he's a bad player, but I don't think he's that good. Because you can't be that good if you perform in the French league. Like, I mean, I'm sure us 4 years could perform in the French league. Sorry.
I think
Okay,
that.
so how do you explain Hazard and Kylian and Mbappe? Not Mbappe, Kante coming to the Prem. Mahrez, how do you explain that?
I think, honestly speaking, the problem there was France had an England problem. And listen, if France was on the side of the group where England was in, France would be in the final Sunday. End of story, right? They got found out. They got beaten by a very good Spain side. Granted, England's fortunate to be where they are because they had the easier ride to get to the final, right? And it was even difficult for them to get there as easy as what it was. So I think with Rabiot was that in France had the same problem England have. They had all that midfield surplus players, right? And what I think was frustrating for every French team is, or a French football fan, how did he stay in that team? Every game he played.
Come on.
But
You know what
everybody
my
else
opinion?
was
I would have personally chosen Camavinga and Tchouameni over him. Period.
Easily.
they
Easily.
tried to
Easily.
get them to play with him, yet he isn't the best out of them to warrant starting every game. And so I think that is what's most frustrating because he's good, but he's not that good. He's not better than the rest of them. But he started.
But again, it comes
Every
back
game.
to my point, Bram. Like, Rabiot didn't play against Portugal. He played Camavinga, Tchouameni, and Kante. And then he went back to Rabiot and
He swapped and changed too much here.
We changed
I
too
think
much.
we
There
changed
was too much chopping and
Probably
changing.
changed it as if I think he gave Rabiot a rest that night. Rabiot rested that night, and because he played.
You can't rest to play in a quarter-final, Bram. Seriously.
Yeah, you can't. Lamine Yamal didn't rest.
I don't think
Started every game.
he was left out because they tried something different. I honestly think it was French arrogance. They believed they were going to beat Portugal. Then the game didn't go the way they thought it was going to. I kind of feel that the French thought that they were going to be in the final, come what may.
I think it was
I just
arrogance.
got that
100% because
impression.
But I mean, it's telling if your best players in the tournament is your defensive players in Kante and Saliba. That's the only two positives I can pick out of that team, and that's
And the
not
keeper,
that's not
I think
that's
I think
not.
the
And the keeper, Mike Magnan,
keeper
like
was good.
Mike Magnan,
Yeah.
Mike as
keeper
well.
was good.
Again, another defensive player. But is there anybody going forward in that team that you can honestly say? For my thing is, you've been circling with Olivier Giroud for so many years. He's your top scorer. Giroud plays his first minutes with 2 minutes against Spain, a team that keeps the ball better than any team ever. What must Giroud now come do? And the cherry on the icing on the top of the cake for me is yesterday the French Federation came out and said they're going to honor their contract. He will
Oh
carry
yeah,
us
he'll
to
be
the World Cup.
the World Cup. You'll be the World Cup coach.
Lord have mercy. So in 2 years' time, we'll come back here again. I don't like Deschamps, honestly. There is nothing has changed since the World Cup. And that's how many years ago? 4,
Mm.
2, how many? 3? I don't know. But I mean,
Like what, 2 years ago? Yeah.
something has to change. I can get
Was he the coach when France won the World Cup the previous?
yes,
Yeah.
but then
Yes.
remember he was
8 years.
banking off. You
Yeah,
are
but then
running
it's
off
8 years. So
You
then
see, that's
he's
8
the
years
same as
ago.
Southgate. That's 8 years.
You see, that there we had Varane, we had Blaise Matuidi, we had Pogba, we had Mbappe that was just coming up. Yeah, Giroud as well. Didn't score, but was critical and whatever. And I'm sorry to say it. But the Kolo Muani, Marcus Thuram, no, it just doesn't work. But again, I'm not putting that
Isn't
down.
Marcus Thuram the son of Lillian Thuram? I don't know why I
that's
think
also,
that.
I think that's the only reason
So-
why he probably is.
So he's
even in
just
this
writing off his dad's name then.
Exactly, that's exactly what I said. I'm glad you said it because when I say it, I'm But
No,
anyway,
because that's the only thing I see. I was like, isn't this Lillian Thuram's like this, writing off his dad's name? That's the first thing I see.
that's why his dad is always in the stand. But look, let's take nothing away from France. I think I'm not France, Spain. I think they've been outstanding, and Danny Olmo as well. Even Jesus Navas. How can he be older than Lamal's dad? But he's playing on him on the one side.
Yeah.
But we'll come on to that as well. Fabian Ruiz. I think
So
the
many
only
players have been linked with Fabian Ruiz, eh? Even Barca.
Check here, the
Nice.
brother you guys not mentioning was Almo, bro.
Olmo. I did mention Olmo
Wow,
just now.
that bro.
Danny Olmo. Olmo was fantastic. Man.
I said it years, like 4 or 5 years back, when I saw Danny Elmo play at Spain, and I was always like, he should go to a big club, and nobody wants to sign him. He really deserves to play at a big club.
Can I ask you something? You follow La Liga much more than what I do, and I'm not taking it going way off topic. But Mikel Merino, will he slot? Do you see him slotting in at Arsenal? Because Arteta is hell bent on signing Mikel Merino.
I actually do. With the system that Arsenal plays, yes, most definitely. It's like a perfect fit, to be honest. But you see, when
how
Mikel,
different is he from Zubamendi?
they are two. Funny enough, they are two very different style of players. But both, you can slot both of them in the Arsenal team and they'll fit. Because Mikel Merino is your workhorse.
Okay.
You will
And now-
only see the benefits afterwards.
Is he coming in? If you would slot him into Arsenal's team, no? Would you put him in the number 6 position or in the number 8 position?
Number 6.
Reason being-
He's your
Number
6.
So
He's
he's
your
a Partey
six.
replacement. He's a Partey replacement, basically.
Definitely. And you know what? He can do both because when he's on the field, I don't know if you noticed, he switches between both constantly.
But
And
again,
it's
like I
so
said, it's
nice to see.
again, like I said, it's the same like with Calafiori. I'm only starting to watch now. I'm not gonna judge you on what I've seen in tournaments because even Arsenal's record with signing players from tournaments has not been the best. Like Davasuku,
Yeah.
like a sore thumb. So, but yeah,
But I
Isidore,
haven't
what
watched a
did
lot
you
of
make-
Calafiori,
Yeah.
so I also can't say. But they say he's like a mixture of Ned and don't know who else.
Say no more. Isidore, what did you make of the game, of the Spain-France game? What have you made of the Euro in totality? Let's get your thoughts.
Look, to be honest with you guys, when I started watching the Euros, I didn't watch all the games, but I started off watching the Germany, like the opening game, if I can say so. That game I watched, the England game, the first game I watched, but halftime I switched off the TV because it was like boring after that. and that is how England's game went all on and on. And also, thus far for me, same as Amit said, the Spanish team is that team at this moment. But also, I want to also just warn Ahmad, don't take England for granted because they there. Yeah, they played shit up until the final, but they there for a reason. Because it's on the day, 90 minutes that everything can change. Because
And look,
Phil
you, you,
Foden,
you
yeah,
no,
you say something.
land is
Land,
low, land.
landed.
Now, also what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying that Spain is gonna run away or over England. That game is gonna be compact. But also, what I like is the Spanish wingers, Martinez on the left, and the other guy, Yao, that scored a brilliant goal the other night. Also, I can see Spain. There's from the back to the front. There's like this. Everything is just wild old machine, man. It's like everything is 100%. It's like that. Any person can come on. Veron Torres can come on. He
And
can
let's
do a
be
job.
like you're saying is that I agree with that fact 100% because they must have quite a few players now the other
Yeah,
night. No? Let's
There
exactly.
was
not
no
take away
Pedri,
that
there
fact.
was no Carval,
No
there was
cover.
players
They
missing.
must quite a few players.
No, that is why I say. And also, I just want to say to Austria, to Romania
Fuck
also.
Cucurella, man.
Yeah, that teams also made like the Euros a little bit exciting
I
Mm.
because
agree
They
with
did.
you.
I
they
think we need
they
to speak
Austria,
up that. I think
Austria,
let's touch on
Switzerland,
that for a bit.
yeah,
Austria,
Yeah, I
Switzerland,
agree there. That's a
Turkey
nice
and
topic.
Turkey,
Georgia.
Georgia.
yeah, because
I
they
wasn't too much of
also,
Turkey
a fan of
especially as
Turkey.
well.
I
yeah,
wasn't too much
Turkey
of a fan
also.
of Turkey, but Georgia for me, Austria, Switzerland, those teams, they excited for me. Um, but just coming to what Isodo said, right, about how boring England was. Um, you guys won't believe there's a number of people that did not watch the game last night purely because A, they believed England were going to go out. B, because England was so boring that
Mm.
people would rather watch a series or something or a movie last night um, than watch England play. Even our good friend Ollie said he went to sleep and because he was
I,
convinced England were not going to win.
I
And
was I was about sorry. Let me just land. I was about to ask
yeah,
you now. What are these people? Are these the fans or is it people like us, the football purists? You know.
just football purists are different. That people just wouldn't want to watch England because of how bad England like England's football has been so bad. Um, thanks, Andrea. See, it's just you can't blame people.
She was sleeping
People
actually.
love
Let me
it.
just get that in there. I'm the only one feeling England here cheering and going on for every decision, but anyway, we'll come on to
Look,
that.
look, even football lovers, even I mean, we all watch neutral games of other teams because it's good football. I mean, I watch all Switzerland games because I really enjoyed them in Austria, right? That people just didn't watch the game. Now that's how bad England's football has been, and some people were shocked at the result last night. I know someone that only started watching the game after the game was finished because he couldn't believe England won and he wanted to see what it was about, and he went to sleep 2 o'clock this morning because he watched the game after the game finished. So you can fully understand that, right? But I mean, on Sunday, here's the thing, like the law statistics says you could possibly have a bad game. You could have a bad game, right? England last night. I said to England, David, this is if you watch England all the years, and I'm talking about from 1986. I started watching English football, like the England national team. Um, England go through a roller coaster every game, every tournament. The game will either start poorly, England will get into the game. Then for the last few minutes of the game, they're fighting for their lives, and that's why they pride themselves. They pride themselves on their defensive, the way they defend, right? Like lions. And then the game will go to extra time and England lose on penalties. But it's always exciting. You know what's going to happen. You know the end result of this movie. You've seen the movie, but you keep watching the same movie. It's like Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4. You know Rocky's going to win at the end, but you watch. But last night, for the first time, England conceded. England played better after they conceded the goal. England forced the Dutch into making a change to the taking of the pie because then England was started dominating the game.
They dominated the midfield there.
Them,
All of a
just
sudden,
Yeah.
England were hanging on to the game. Then the game twisted and turned. You could of Harry Kane, just dominated the last 40 minutes and won the game. Complete change of what English football is all about with the national team. So just be wary, Ahmad, that if you don't, this can either be 3-0 half-time Spain, or be careful that they don't come back and they'll hurt you. They will hurt you because they seem to have every game that they've won so far, everything has been nailed by everyone is going to lose.
You know what I noticed last night with England? Look how,
Boss, am I
how
the only one
easily
that
we
heard Bram breaking up? Sorry, is it my sound?
Yeah, I also heard, but I could kind of make out what he was saying.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Put on the ear. Sit up, man.
I am.
Sit lekker. Now I can hear you clearly because you're laying there and relaxing here. We're all sitting up. You want a lamb company with your little drink?
Nah, I'm just saying that be careful England don't hurt Spain on
Yeah,
Sunday.
now I got that. Now I can hear you clearly. Carry on.
No, I just feel that if there's a masterstroke last night, I didn't expect Watkins to come on. I was going Tony.
We were watching that game, Bram, and I told you this game will be win if Palmer and Watkins. And I'm telling you, if that have to start in the final, by some miracle, Southgate sees the light by some miracle, and he plays with that.
I don't see that.
Then I will say, now I'm scared. But I'm not scared of that current team. I can't see it. I can't see it. Definitely it's a final. It's 50-50. I'm not saying Spain's going to run over England. It's going to be a nice and it's going to be an entertaining game to watch. But I don't think England's going to dominate as they do because I've seen how fragile the defense was last night. Every time Netherlands counter-attacked, it looked like they scored.
England have not dominated anybody apart from Spain. Spain has dominated games from start to finish. England dominated the Dutch for about 25 minutes last night. But what they did in that 25 minutes is enough to scare anybody. Their football was fluid.
Oh, no, that I agree.
That's enough.
I think it was Foden's best game in the tournament, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was
But
great.
was that a penalty? Okay.
That's a good question. I was going to comment to that one.
Are we going to go there now?
Yeah,
I
let's go.
might go there, bro.
Honest opinion, no penalty.
No penalty.
Same here.
Okay, let me tell you why.
I'm glad you said that. Now I don't need to go on a rant. I'm glad you said that.
I'll tell you why. It's so ironic. Earlier in the day, I had a discussion with guys that I work with, and we weren't even talking about that. We're talking about penalties or where the attacker goes for a ball, challenges for a header, makes contact with the defender, and the goal's disallowed, right? And my reasoning was, how do you stop if you're an attacker, your momentum from getting to the ball? I think VAR should use their logic. If the defender does not impede the striker before he gets there and they make contact with the momentum, why do they disallow goals or they blow up and they give the defender the benefit of the doubt and it's a free kick, right? So then last night, like this is so ironic, like I could not believe this happening. Why is it not a penalty? They make contact after Kane has completed his shot. The ball had already gone goal bound and over.
There we go.
So it's if you say it's late. If there was a when you take a shot and then your foot clash, if the ball had spun to the right of him or deflected somewhere else, you could say that if that guy doesn't lift, if Dumfries doesn't lift his foot, could the shot have been goal bound and scored? The ball goes towards the goal, but he doesn't catch it properly, right? So that's one part. Here's my part where I feel that I don't sit okay with how we got the penalty. Kane goes down. They call for medical treatment, right? The paramedics, the physios come. Kane gets seen to. Guys, just go and watch this because I actually watched this before the show tonight to make sure about this. They leave the field. The ref stops the Dutch from taking the kick, right? Kane looks at him at the referee. The referee looks at Kane. Kane decides to go down again. The ref then is contacted by VAR. That is very, 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 very dodgy to me. Go and watch it in slow motion. Go and watch the particular part. Because VAR only makes contact with the ref when Kane goes down after being seen to by the medics. I didn't notice that. There's
I
no
don't know,
VAR
man,
check
honestly.
while he's down. There's no VAR check while he's down. There's no
Yeah.
VAR check when he gets up before they take the restart of the goal kick. When Kane looks at the ref and the ref looks at Kane, Kane then goes down and holds his foot. Then they say, hang on a minute. They said something about he's now been asked to go and look at the screen. If you look from the very first game, there's been no VAR stoppage that was longer than 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds in this Euros. Anything was done like that.
Quick,
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, and the calls have mostly been correct.
Look at how long it took for VAR to contact the ref to say, go and have a look at the screen. Now that's where I say that was not a penalty.
But check your
That is-
goals.
that is-
I just
that
want to
is-
add
that
as
is-
well.
Yeah, go for it, Israel.
Just before that also, no, there was actually a handball by Saka also in that
I was
build-up
about to come
to
to that
goal.
one also.
Yeah.
There was a handball by
I
Saka
didn't notice
before
the
that.
handball. I didn't notice
Because
the handball.
you see, the thing is that's why I say, man, the VAR versus the rugby VAR no, is completely different, bro. The rugby goes 10 meters back, and then they can go from there till where the actual problem was. VAR for me in the soccer is just like you guys know, say it's 10 seconds now. It's just like bara, like it class.
The problem, I also think the thing is the fact that they give the ref, they don't give him like a real time replay of it. They give him a slow
I
mo.
was gonna come to that
Everything
along
looks
with
worse on slow mo.
on the replay. That was I was gonna come to. Also, when I was reviewing the penalty and I was arguing some people, look, the referee gives the benefit of doubt by adjusting the situation according to the rule books. Three things: is it careless? Is it reckless? Or is excessive force used somewhere? That's the intent or the benefit of the doubt the referee gets. So the referee has the right to go look at this and say, was Dumfries reckless? Was he careless? Did he use excessive force? Or was it he purely went for the ball and it's just a unfortunate thing that happened? And
I
for
don't think he
me,
went for the player. He maybe
that's the
tried-
thing.
For me, where
And
must
that's
he
where
go?
that judgment comes in.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't careless. Look, he was fully focused on winning the ball. Because what else is he supposed to do in that situation? He's not going to leave it and let Kane take a shot knowing who Kane is.
Exactly.
He challenged the ball. The ball goes out. They clash. The only thing that should have happened was if Kane was injured, paramedics should have seen to him and the goal kick should have been up. That. And if they want to VAR it, it should have been a quick 10-second thing.
The
But
VAR
I
should
don't
have
see
happened while
any
he was out.
rule being broken there. Never mind studs up and all of that because people are becoming in. Nobody studs was up. He was challenging the ball and the ball got out and that happened.
Have you guys seen anything in this tournament where a ref actually stands by his on-field decision? Because sometimes I feel when it goes to VR, it's like he's forced. Okay, let's look for something. Let's find something, and I have to go. with
Exactly.
it.
I've also
Oh,
seen it.
Am I the only one?
But
For me, when the ref asked to go and have a look at the screen, his decision
I
was
knew.
overturned.
That's
His
already.
decision was-
I also
Do
knew
you know
it.
what I mean?
Like
I
when
think
the
there might-
moment he went to the screen,
I think there was
I
one
knew the
decision-
penalty's coming.
There was one decision in one of the games where the ref, I think he stood by his decision. I don't know if it was overturned, but I think he stood by his decision of not awarding a penalty or something like that. But like again, like I said, I'm an England fan, and like our good friend Ollie said to me, "Can you blame Kane? If it gets you to a final, it gets you to a final." I'm just not comfortable with the way that that penalty was given because for the ref to look at you and you look at the ref and you then decide, okay, I'm going to go down. What's his delay? What is the ref's delay in allowing the goal kick to be taken? Because you don't see VAR asking him to stop. I mean, if VAR contacted him, he would have stopped and immediately ran through to the camera. But he didn't go to the camera. He literally stopped, waited, paused, and then they contacted him, and then he ran. And to chop it all off, he booked Dumfries for it.
Book Dumfries even. That's what I was gonna come to that
That
as well. He booked
was the
Dumfries.
cherry on the cake for me. Like he gets booked for it.
You send him off then, right? Remember the Chelsea Spurs game with Romero follows through on what's his name? The Argentinian midfielder that they signed. Is it Fernandez? Chelsea's
Enzo.
midfielder.
Oh,
Enzo.
Enzo
Enzo,
Fernandez.
Remember, they got the penalty. It was 1-1. Romero got sent off because of the follow through. His clearance put us on attack because his clearance was meant to go to Kulusevski. It went to him. They stopped the game, penalty, right? And the penalty they got was because of a disallowed shot, offside for a goal that Chelsea scored from the it was a shot that rebounded or whatever. So there's the same. They go. It's the momentum, the follow through. Why
Yeah.
did Kane get the benefit of the doubt?
That's nice
Because
to
it's
hear
Harry
you
Kane.
slating Kane actually, no, by the way. Let's come on to that, but when he was playing for your team, you sang a different tune a few seasons ago. Homeboy.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No,
Yes,
I
you did.
didn't. I
Yes,
said to
you did.
you. I said to you how long ago they should sell him. I would have sold him
Yeah.
2017, 2018 when United were after him. I would have sold him back then already. The year before we went to the Champions
Nah,
League.
Brem, I would
Told
never
you
sold
then.
him, bro.
I
That one
told you
guaranteed
then.
30 goals a season. Sorry.
Would you start
Yeah,
him in the
well-
final though, Bram? Would you start him like if it was you? Like I
No.
know you've
No.
said this over and
No.
over. I know
No.
you've said this over and over.
I,
But
No.
in
I
the
would
final,
start
I
him.
mean,
No,
I would start him.
no, no way.
No.
you can't not start him.
No.
He's got goals in his locker.
How are you? How are you? Okay, Spain's whole game is about the onslaught is attack. How are you going to push them back if he is not going to be able to keep up with Saka and Foden? I would
Exactly.
start with Watkins and you counter them going forward with him having to worry about if Watkins breaks, if it's 1-on-1 and England plays over the top and he's through. So stifle their momentum. But they are not going to sit back because Harry Kane, if England must break, Kane's not going to run away from the Spanish defense. So you playing into their hands. Why would you play into their hands? By doing that.
Look, Brem, I hear what you're saying now. But what you must consider also, Kane is the captain. They're never going to drop him.
They won't drop him.
Also, the other thing as well. Is he's the top goal scorer in his first season at in Germany. That also, he's clinical, 100%. Give him one chance, he will take it. You know that, I know it. You watch him in the Premier League, you watch him in Germany. Check it out, the shot against Holland, also the first one before the penalty.
Yeah,
Just
the one
dropped
before
in
that.
front
Yeah,
of the
the one that
keeper.
Verbrugge
Now look
That
at
is
that,
it.
my bro. Now look at
Once
that. That is
he's
Kane,
there,
you know, my bro.
But
Now, the
I don't
thing-
think that they'll give him that space. The Spanish won't give him
I
that
also,
space.
I just think in we've seen it too much, especially in the Euros, that once you have a pacey forward, you beat defenders, and you want to beat defenders for one of two reasons. You want to beat defenders, get the crosses. You want to beat defenders, take the shot. And Harry Kane, a lot of the times he drops back or he drops to the wing, and like I don't see, like I feel more like if you had Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins there, you would have been a lot more beneficial, because then you get a lot more benefit out of midfield, because I can't see that the midfield can give a ball through to Kane to run onto, because Kane doesn't do that. I can't see it. So now you expect Kobe Mainoo, which is absolutely brilliant, to take a drive, or Foden to take a drive and run towards him, and he's just going to stand there and wait.
Yeah.
Which is,
Is
which,
it, I'll give you an example. The pass from Palmer to Watkins last night. Would he pass and ball like that to Kane?
no,
Is
Yeah.
it
definitely
anymore?
not.
5 years ago,
Maybe,
England
yeah.
would probably be 3-0 up
Maybe, yeah.
because Kane was agile enough. Since that ankle operation, since the second ankle op he had,
The second one,
his
yeah.
spine is gone. His speed is
Yeah.
gone. I don't think
let's
the
pick
ball
up-
would reach him.
Let's pick up Kobe Mainoo though. Let's not. Let's
He's
put,
brilliant.
let me put my
He's a gem.
bias aside.
He's a
As
gem.
big as much as we hype up Lamal, Kobe Mainoo,
I have to give it to him.
he is
No,
the
he's
Mainoo.
brilliant.
So
He's brilliant.
I feel England are where they are because of four players: Stones, Gay, Rice, Kobe Mainoo.
And Saka!
Definitely Saka. I would put Saka in
Saka,
there.
you would have been out if it wasn't for my star boy. Are you mad?
Oh, that's 5 seconds of 5 seconds
What do you
of
mean,
good
what
football.
5 seconds? What do you
know
mean?
what? Don't
Are you
do that.
nuts?
Don't
Don't
do
you
that.
do that.
do that.
Don't you
Don't-
disrespect
I actually
You
don't see
see-
Saka having a
you see
bad
why
game, though.
does Saka's
Don't
the
do
only
that.
one
Okay,
that lines up your attack.
what great game has he had? Don't.
Every
Well,
game.
He had a
But he got
brilliant
man
game
of the
last
match
night.
against
Every
Switzerland.
game.
Yeah.
Switzerland
Yeah,
Every
was
game he's
Oh
playing in the
wow!
Euros.
Oh
It
wow!
wasn't for him against Switzerland. Quarterfinal.
Shaqiri
Big
scored a
man
great
team.
goal for Shaqiri scored a great goal for Switzerland. That was his 5 minutes.
Really? So,
But that
who
is
got man
that
of the
is
match
always
in the
what Shaqiri
quarterfinals?
does.
When you were
That
out,
is
you
always
were
Shaqiri
when
virtually
Shaqiri
out.
is best.
Shaqiri scored a great goal for Switzerland, even a better goal than Saka's goal.
That was a group
So,
stage. I'm talking big stage, quarterfinal. Put some respect on my boy's name, yeah? That Arsenal basically kept you in this Euro. Let's not make any
Wow.
mistake about that. Because Rice passed the
Wow!
ball to Saka.
Wow!
Let's get that in. Let's get that in there.
You sound like
Let's
a
get
bitter
that
man.
in.
You
You guys
sound like a
no.
bitter French
Okay.
fan.
Okay, now
that
why?
you are
Okay,
bitter,
okay.
and now you're clinging
So
to
you
your
needed a
club
left back.
loyalty.
Who must go play left back because your manager can't pick the guy that's eating sausages a whole flippin' year already that he's not fit enough. You wanna put Saka there? Why don't you put Palmer there?
Why are we
Huh?
diverting from the fact that Saka's had 2 minutes of great football and
No,
you say,
because
oh,
why
yeah,
are
he
you
had a great
making Rio
tournament.
Ferdinand said that Saka is England's most important player. Roy Keane said that Saka gets into anything. in
Name
the
one
world.
black
Why?
player that Rio Ferdinand has not rated. Name one black player that Rio Ferdinand has not rated.
That's actually
Why
a
are
good
you even
question.
bringing that up? That's dumb.
No, I'm just saying.
Maybe that's
I am
dumb.
just
That's
saying.
dumb.
Can you put some respect
Okay.
on my star boy's name?
Saka
Okay.
has
That's
been
it.
as
That's it.
poor
That's it.
as
That's it.
Foden. He's been as poor as Kane.
Foden.
He's been as
Foden is
poor as
crap.
Nah, nah, nah,
Saka
nah,
would
nah,
be,
nah,
remember
nah,
our
nah,
top
nah.
scorer was
He-
Gakpo. If one of those men, if Kane and all those Manchester City players could watch their run, Saka would be level on those. There 2 offside disallowed goals because of that Manchester City players. Am I lying?
And let's
Tell me
put it.
am I
Let's
lying?
put it like this. At the end of the day, Saka hasn't had a bad game because every England spark of attack, Saka's been great. Saka beats defenders. He starts the attack. You cannot unsee it. And Foden looks like Anthony from United under Southgate. I'm sorry.
That he's had more throw-ins than anybody else in the tournament. Should we
Sorry?
clap hands for that as well?
Are we
Do
talking
you want
about
to clap
throwing
hands
now?
for the fact that he's got less holes in his socks than Jude Bellingham? Should we clap hands for
Jude
that?
Bellingham has been rubbish. Let's go there. Jude Bellingham
Yeah,
is
he's overhyped.
Yeah, oh, man.
Because
Let's
we're
go there.
going on everything stupid about Saka. Saka's done this. Saka's
No,
done
you
that.
need to. You can't put John Stones over Saka. Saka's been one of your
John
best
Stones has
players in
been
this
good.
tournament.
John Stones has been who's best player?
Saka's been your best player in the tournament. I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
Saka's
Along
been
with
England's best
Kobe
player.
Mainoo.
You need the Premier League to come back tomorrow. You need the Premier League to come back.
I am
You're-
telling you what I've
you're
seen.
clutching at straws.
You see
support
what I
the
mean?
rugby
Why don't you put
support
some
the
respect
rugby
on my
team
boy's name?
that is second best to us in the world. Now you clutch for the French team that is arguably the worst French team in a while. Now you want to clutch at Saka's had more throw-ins than anybody else in the tournament.
I'm not clutching
Why
at
are we
throw-ins.
going
You brought up
there?
throw-ins. I didn't bring up throw-ins. I'm just stating
Why are
you
we
the
going
facts.
there? Why are we going there? Why are we going
Because
there?
you want to mention Stones, and I don't know who else did you mention. Who else? Who was
Stones
it
and
for?
Mark Gay. Stones and Mark Gay have been
Guy,
brilliant.
fine. I'll give you Guy. Fine.
John
Who
Stones
else?
has been good. Kyle Walker's been pathetic. Kyle Walker
Okay.
has been.
Okay, yeah. But
You know, Kyle
Yeah.
Walker for me seems like someone has got problems. He's got problems in life. That guy's been.
out of
No,
honor,
man.
you just throw Trent at right back again and put Kyle Walker on the bench. Honestly. And start Palmer.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
No,
bad.
look,
no.
But guys,
I
honestly,
mean,
give
yes.
Stones and Guy, give them their due. They've been really.
Is it though? If you're gonna tell me Trent actually did something in the midfield, then you're watching soccer with a blind eye, my brother.
Nah, but that's not
No.
Trent's fault. That's
No,
not
that's not
Trent's
Trent's
fault.
You can't blame him for a manager
don't blame
that's asked
Trent.
him to do
Yeah.
something
Because
which is
look at
unnatural to him.
Yeah, I don't blame him, but you can't sit there and say that Trent's been good this Euros.
No,
But
because
you can't.
what was he supposed to do? Because remember, the thing is, what needs to happen is, why is Klopp able to allow Trent to play in that same midfield brand of football at Liverpool, but at Southgate he can't do that. Is it
Some-
Difference out of Southgate doesn't know what he's doing.
No. It's
Period.
simple. I've got the answer for you. Liverpool have runners. When Trent picks up the ball, where's Harry Kane standing? Right in front of him.
exactly, Bram? That is what I told my
Yeah.
brother also.
Yeah.
Harry Kane keeps on coming as Firmino.
He drops deep the whole time. He's playing like a 9 or like a 10.
Trent Alexander's strength is his passing ability, right? To dictate play from midfield. Okay, so he's not great. Let's get this right. He's not great, but he's got something. That's why England played him there. because he's done
Yeah.
it for Liverpool and it's worked, right? To a degree, right? So he's still learning the art of playing in that position. But it's not going to
Mm.
help if no one to pass the ball to.
Mm.
All of a sudden, England's downfall was pinned on Trent Alexander.
Yeah.
That England's football is down, which was very, very unfair. Very unfair to pin it on him. Because
Yeah,
there was
I
a
don't think
problem
you can blame him.
with the
Mm.
player
Mm,
at
go on.
left back as well. That's set with the manager.
Take your brain.
And the
Yeah,
poor
but
player,
my argument is you
Player
can't sit
all
here and say
around.
that he's been a good player this Euros. Obviously, it's not his fault. But then I would rather, if you see something's not working, I would rather put Kyle Walker on the bench and play him right back because then it'll be more beneficial.
Yeah.
I'll put Trent
That's
right back.
Yeah, I'll put him right back.
Straight
Bram,
out.
just tell me quickly. In England now, is there only one left back? Luke Shaw.
we spoke about that the first week of
Right
the pod.
now.
That
Right
then
now,
how
yeah.
Because
Kieran
How-
Trippier is
how-
there as well, isn't it?
He playing Trippier. Trippier is right back for when he plays for Newcastle. That's like
But-
he
but
needs
no,
a
what-
natural
what's
left footer.
is-
Oh,
is-
natural
is-
left back. I think it's only
We
Luke
spoke
Shaw.
about that a few weeks ago. Actually.
my thing is this, Isidore. What message is Gareth Southgate sending to the England under 21 players that whoever's left back
Exactly.
there, you're not good enough to play for England?
Yeah.
Because
It's the same with the Calvin Phillips thing.
Spain hasn't done that to any of the youngsters to say that X is injured, so you're not good enough. We'll take somebody else and make him there. Spain, they said, how old are you? 15, 16, 17. Play. You're gonna play. The player older than you will be your understudy, but you're gonna play. Well, he's basically said to while I'm here, you will have to wait till these guys die before you get a chance to play.
but check
Because
also
he basically said that with the Calvin Phillips statement.
Yeah.
If Calvin Phillips was playing anywhere else but at West Ham, if he was
Yeah.
on City's bench, he would still be here today.
True.
but because you see, there's the left back at Crystal Palace. What's his name? Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Tyler-
he could have picked Mitchell.
Yeah.
He could have picked
could've
Mitchell.
He could have
Yeah.
taken. He could have taken the boy when he knew Luke Shaw wasn't going to be fit.
Yeah.
He should have just taken him and left people that were surplus to requirements. Jared Bowen hasn't played a single game. You could have just left Bowden at home then.
Exactly.
Yeah, but one came on, I think, against Serbia, wasn't it?
Came
He
on one
needed
game,
one
But he
game,
should
yeah.
have played at least one of the group games so that if called upon, he's needed. But hey, look, the guy's in the final. No matter
Yeah.
what we say about Southgate.
Can't
Yeah.
say what you want. So yeah. I just
If you
want to come
can-
into the chat here. Yes, sorry, Bram. I just want to come into the
Yeah.
chat. Alip says, Kane's follow through got him. Your favorite person, Bram says, tell him, David, tell him. Says again, your favorite one again, Bram. I don't know why you just the one getting it tonight. Bram again has his blinkers on. Khalib says for Bram.
You
Khalib says,
you know what? You can't take Khalib serious because all his statements and comments that he makes is all like schoolyard, schoolyard. So yeah, Khalib, nothing that you say is warranted.
I don't even want to
I
read this
feel that there's
comment.
no comment.
Yeah, rather come on.
I don't want to read this comment. Anyways, but yeah, look, guys, let's get on to play of the tournament. You see where you're
Yamal.
going?
Yamal.
True.
Okay, well, then
Do you
I'm going
even
back.
want to ask me? Do you even want to ask me?
Do I even want to ask you? Do I even want to ask you?
Do you
Let's
even
see,
want to
where do you
ask
go?
me? Obviously, Lamine Yamal. He's my boy. He's my star boy. He's got. Did you know he has 50 games for Barca?
That's just.
He's 16. Did you guys see
That's a star
the
boy. That's a star boy. Not I have taken more throw-ins than anybody else in the Euros.
Oi, brother, loud. Come on.
Can't believe. You
Come
know,
on. I also can't
I held you
believe. Who's
the
the England's
highest
player for the past 2 years?
I held you in the highest team, but when you came out with the second story, David, you've gone down in my estimations.
You also went down in my estimation because you can't even put some respect on my boy's name.
For what?
What do you
I
mean for
think
what?
the
He's
opinion is
not-
decided by the North
Yeah,
London
there we go.
rivalry here.
Yeah,
Because at the
and-
end of the
and-
day,
That
Andrea
is
said
a North London.
something. Andrea
yes,
said something.
because if you look at it from an
Player of the
unbiased
tournament-
opinion,
player of the
I
tournament
don't see how you
equals-
cannot rate Saka.
I didn't say I don't rate him, guys.
He
Do not
didn't say he
twist my
didn't
words.
rate
I
him. He
never
just
said I
said he's
don't
not.
rate
He
him.
hasn't been.
I just said that he hasn't been great this
Performance, yeah.
tournament. I said England's
I
form
think he
plateau
has.
is.
I think
Oh,
a
you
lot of things
holding
for
him to
England doesn't
your
get done if you
standard.
take Saka
You
out
know
of
what?
it.
You know what? I've seen him do better, way better.
Of course, I will
Oh,
agree
yes.
with you 100%.
Oh,
I've
yes, we
also
can
seen him
agree
do
with
better.
that.
That's
But
why
you
I said
cannot
you
sit
holding
here
him
and say
to
Saka
your
hasn't been one of the
standard.
best
You
players
are
for England.
Exactly.
you
You
are
cannot sit
you
here
are
and say that.
I'm actually a Saka fan. I think he's a very good player. I
So you're
just think
holding
I've
him to
seen
your
better.
high standard then that's fine. Then I can handle that.
I'm holding him to the high standard. Same as for
Of course.
Foden. Anybody that said Foden had a great game last night, where? He played well for 20 minutes. There's not a great game.
Mm.
Not a
Yeah.
great passage. Declan Rice has been good this entire tournament. Rice has been good from start to finish every single game. Give him his due. He's been great. Not good, great. His work rate, the things he does for England, brilliant. So is Kobe Mano. So is Mark Gay. And so is John Stones. I don't know why you disagree with that, Davey, but
Not John
Stones has been
Stones.
great.
Come on, you're gonna put Stones over Saka. Come on. Anyway,
I just think the four of them have been consistently over all England's games. The four of them have been consistently good in every game they've played. Saka's had 9 out of 10 performers, and the rest have been 6 out of 10s. These guys I would give 7 out of 10 every game they've played for England. So the
Okay.
average there is they've had better games, more better
Okay.
games than what he's had. But he's had
okay,
one
so
outstanding
you're
game
rating them as a pair, right? As a pair.
as a pair.
Okay, I'll raise you one better. I will go better and say that France's pair has been better than them.
France's pair has been brilliant, same as the Spanish. Those two centre-back pairings, for me, player of the tournament, as Andrea said, I would have said if France made the final, and even if they won or lost, Saliba would have been player of the tournament for me. Over Lamal, I'm sorry. Saliba has been, he's
I
kept
can't
every
see that.
star, he's kept
I also
every
wouldn't say
star,
that.
every striker he's come up against.
I want to
he's
put him
kept
defender of the tournament, yes.
every why must a defender never get the praise? Why do they never get the praise?
Yeah, but they never
Cannavaro
do.
got it. Cannavaro got it. Italy won the World Cup. They had to win the World Cup for him to get it. If Italy never won the World Cup, he would never have been World Football of the Year.
But now it
Right?
comes back. Now it comes back to this.
Look at everybody. Salibas had to keep quiet. Every country star strikers had to keep quiet. Lamar hasn't played against everybody's best left back. Not saying he hasn't been good, Ahmed, but to do what Saliba has done, and he wasn't even going to be the number one choice centre back. For me, I think that the guy.
Then again, Ivy, you have to see a defender stop Lamine Yamal. France and all.
That's also true.
True.
Show me a defender, whether it's a good team or a bad team. Spain has had quite a competitive. Show me
Show
me a defender that has stopped him.
I think
You know what's
Theo
going to happen? It's bound to
number.
be the player of the tournament is going to come out of the final, right? And for me, I just feel it's not always a true reflection of. There can be no England player that can win player of the tournament here.
I agree.
Not a single player. But if they win it,
they win the
it's
tournament,
But if they win it, it's
But have
gonna
you
be
seen
like that. But we all know that.
Judas there, though? Saka and Judah are there. Have you seen it?
yeah,
Yep.
como sabe? Yeah, mate, Saka. Jeez.
No, I'm just saying. Saka and
No, but it
Saliba are
is.
there. Judas there. You spoke England. We're talking England. I'm just saying. No John Stones. I didn't see John Stones there, but anyway.
Look, honestly speaking,
I'm
I wouldn't be
talking shit.
I
I'm
wouldn't be
talking
surprised if
shit.
they give it to Bellingham just because.
That's why I brought up Bellingham. That's why I brought up
I
Bellingham.
will
Same time,
probably
at the
not
same time,
watch
Ahmed,
any award event ever.
I mean,
Because-
you could say the same for Rodri. Why is no one talking about Rodri even?
Because why? I was gonna come to that. Because why? Rodri has been the key pillarstone of that whole
Same as
Spain
Cucurella.
midfield.
Cucurella has been on fire as a left
Oh no, he has, but he only plays like that for Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about Spain for this tournament.
Well, we're gonna see
Talking
Cucurella
about-
against Saka now over the weekend.
And
That's
Lamar
good.
against Shaw was a trend.
I said Trippier because he was Lamar and
Trippier.
Trippier. That's why I said do not be surprised
That's
with
a
3-0
long
half
day.
time.
Yeah.
It's a long day with Trippier.
But I want to touch more on Lamal. Just like Andrea said, yeah, Ahmad, everyone likes a shiny new to Yamal. And this is what I wanted to tell you actually. We've seen a lot of youngsters from Barca. I'm going to specifically name Bojan and
safety.
so how big do you think this kid's ceiling can go? Because I know at Barca we've heard about Pedro and Bojan's going to be the next Messi. Obviously, they
I
want to
don't.
put.
I don't think none of those kids made such a big impact at the age of 16. Yes, they had the high ceiling potential, but I don't think at the age that they were when they started for Barca had made such a big impact on a club and international level. Honestly, and I think he has the higher ceiling. I'm not gonna go with the oh no, he can be the next Messi type of thing, but he can definitely be up there if he continues. Number one, if he doesn't get an injury, because Boss has been prone to getting injuries, and how he will recover from an injury, because Ansu Fati was supposed to be the savior of number 10. He's a flop. We don't even know what's going to happen. He's back at the club. We don't even know where we're going to go with that. João Felix left. João Cancelo left. Their loan's done. We don't know if they're coming back. What the bid is, we're waiting on the 1-for-1 rule, because then the first bid we're going for is Nico Williams. That is all said and done.
You've got a history of bringing in through the youth and then they die out quickly, no?
Yes, we do. We do.
That's the reason why I'm going there. That's why I'm asking.
And that's the reason why, Devin. The only thing is that you throw everything at this kid. You give this kid everything he wants. That's the only thing I can think of it.
But I mean, here's the other thing though. Could it be that he's come through at the time in a bad spell at Barca and he's a shining light at the moment?
That is the other thing I want to come on, because look who was there when Bojan was there. Look who was there when Pedro was there. Where were they going to shine?
You have nothing at the moment, so he's coming through and he's stepping out. When Ansu Fati came through, you still had Suarez at the bottom. You know, you were still a couple of players. Was still there. They was still there. He's coming through, and there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
And you
Sit up, man. You're lying again. I can't hear you. Sit up.
Yeah, so he's mentioned about 10 names. Can you guys hear me now?
No, I can hear you now. Sit
So
up,
he's
man.
mentioned about almost 10 players that at the time when they came through, like Bojan was one you sat up and took note of. Giovanni Dos Santos, you like whoa, you know, and then all of a sudden they were gone. They were never the same. They never reached the same height. So I hope for this.
You know why? They were never given the same opportunities as what the current players are already there. They were made known you're good, but you can play as much as you want. They were always gonna be in the shadow. It's the same reason why Neymar left. As good as that front three was, Neymar left purely because he didn't want to be under the shadow of Messi. And he said it. That's the main reason why he left. And his father pointed him to PSG and he fucked his whole career up after that.
They were fighting for opportunities. Bojan and they were fighting for opportunities. Neymar played.
Exactly.
He played. He was
exactly. But you get what I'm saying. No matter who you are, there was always somebody there that you're never gonna outplay. Whether it was Ronaldinho, whether it was Messi, whether it was Samuel Eto'o, whoever the hell it was. There's nobody currently there, and that is why I say if they throw everything at this kid, he's starting every game. The physics and doctors treat him first. He's getting the treatment of the treatment because why they know
and
that the potential, and he does. And he's humble.
He's truly a star. He literally has it all about him.
I just think his ceiling and the potential that they have is far greater and higher from the ones that we've mentioned now. From the Pedro, from the Bojan.
Do you know why I rate him highly, David? Do you know why I rate him very highly? And same as with Kobe Mainoo, both of them.
Yeah.
They know when to turn it on and they know when to keep it simple.
Football
and you can't teach that. You can't teach that to a youngster, right?
Yeah.
Musiala plays at the same intensity for 90 minutes. And if you keep him, if he doesn't get it right 2 or 3 times, he can't keep things simple. He tries to beat you on his own, and then he starts looking careless because he loses the ball or he gets tackled, the ball gets taken away from him. If he pulls it off, brilliant, you rave about him. And that was happened to Germany. In the games that they lost, and in even the games that they struggled in after the opening game, Scotland was poor, and he stood out. Thereafter, if he didn't keep the ball or beat players, there was very little to Musiala's game.
Yeah.
With Lamar and Kobe Mainoo, they can keep it simple without looking ineffective. And when they turn it on, you are left for dead. And that is why there's a lot going for this boy. Um, I think Barca needs to not also throw the stardom at him. It's like Jude Bellingham. For me, I think it's slowly everything is getting to him. He wants to hype up the crowd. He wants to be England's. He wants to.
Yeah,
I'm glad you've
And
seen it.
remember we spoke on the last pod.
Mm.
The ad itself, you carrying the hope of a nation. That stuff is going to his head.
Yeah.
All this
100%.
stuff is
It is.
going to Bellingham's head.
But the thing is, I think the stardom for Lamar is there, but I think he's humble, and I can see it. You can see it. He's humble. He's taking it. He knows he's a kid. They only now recently announced that him and Kubarsi are now first team players. They weren't even first team players last season. They only now, like literally an hour before the show, I think, or something. I saw it. Barca announced that him and Kubarsi are now first team players. And I think it's the humbleness to him. I think you can throw the stardom at him. The kids, it's like Khalib said over here. His maturity and the way he plays. It looked like he's been playing soccer for 5, 6, 7 years. It looked like he's in his prime in the 20 odds. It looks like that. So, and I think he's trained very well on how to handle media stuff thrown at him. I mean, the Spanish media sometimes can be so cruel. If Lamine Yamal doesn't do something in a game, and then it's like his time is up for one game, and people don't see that. They don't see that stuff. They don't see. They only see when he shines.
They're ruthless.
The Spanish
much.
media is ruthless.
I think the same was with Wayne Rooney. And Lamar reminds me of the same. They're not interested in media attention. They're not interested. They're not interested.
Yeah.
They want to play football and express and do things for themselves, right? And when Rooney after that Everton goal against Arsenal, before he signed for United, he went through a period where he wasn't scoring every game for Everton, and then it was also the question marks: easy this, easy that, blah blah blah. But then he made the move, and his career just shot off from there. Because remember, he only signed for United. I think he was 19. He started playing for Everton when he was 16.
19, yeah.
So that 3 years being there was a lot of them people were scrutinizing, and is Wayne Rooney the real deal, etc. So with Lamar, 16 is a very young age to play, and that's why the lifespan of good years. A player can play for 20 years, but they'll only have 10 good years of football in them. Is that by the time he's 24, 25, that is not that we've seen the best of him. We hope that his career goes to.
I think we can fully judge his potential in this coming season. That's my only thing that we can take from it.
At 17 years old, to judge him, his potential is still too early.
I also think it's still too early. Honestly, I still feel.
What he's showing now, you can see that he's got some intelligence about how he's going to prolong this at Barcelona.
Now look, what I've seen also of Yamal so far in this, how many games? 6 games up until the semi-final. He's been brilliant. Also, he's like Ahmed said, he's currently in school still. I don't know if you guys heard. He's like on a curfew.
He said he's not going. He said he's not going to school now because they reached the final. So
Yeah.
Still
No, but he still does like his school. Like he passed his grades or something while he was at the Euros. Like he did an online school thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, for me, like the I don't know if it was the first game, but there was a pass that he gave to Fabian Ruiz. If Fabian Ruiz also turned, yeah, that was a brilliant goal also.
No,
I want to ask you also, Isidore, what's your thoughts on Darwin Nunes? Can he take up a career in boxing?
Look, David, I saw my other bro also shared it today, and he said, yeah, what was going on with this bro? The thing is, you need to read the article. His family was actually attacked.
His family was
in the stadium. So
his family was attacked. Yeah, also read.
Yeah, because remember, if my family or somebody is in the stands and they get attacked, I'm not gonna stand still. I need to go.
Yeah, obviously.
I didn't hear the story. I saw someone on the status had a small clip of it. What happened?
No, it's the family was attacked. They were in the stands, so that is why they.
Do you think they're gonna ban him for Liverpool for the start of the season though?
Look, it's currently under wraps.
Remember when Dyer attacked the fan in the stand as well? of the
Nah,
Spurs
I
game.
think
It's gonna be
talk.
Liverpool.
But
I
Dyer was
don't think
playing
it's
for
gonna
Spurs,
be.
wasn't it? What game was that?
It was a Spurs game.
Was it
Yeah,
Carling
it
It was
was
a
Cup?
Spurs game. It was a
a
Spurs
league
game.
Yeah.
and he ran into the stand.
Yeah, but he didn't throw hands up. Nunes
No,
went
it
full
did.
on.
It
Well,
did.
they won.
Nunes went full on
Because
Conor McGregor, my bro.
It did because I
I
attacked
like
his
that
brother.
though. I
but
like
he
that.
wasn't
I
done.
like that. Honestly, I love that.
But you see,
You
but
the
you
one
see,
who had it on your status.
I love that. I love that.
What was
but you see,
yours?
I don't
I love
think
it.
Liverpool is gonna be in trouble here. I think it's more on the Uruguayan side because remember it's on international duty. He done that. Liverpool is only gonna investigate and check and see what's gonna happen, but I don't think he's gonna be banned from Liverpool side. No, I don't think
Rafa
so.
was also in
I
the
think
mix.
they'll just find him, man.
Rafa was also in the mix there. So I don't know why Ahmad is smiling so, but anyway. Team of the tournament, I think we can all agree Lamal player of the young player of the tournament, maybe even player. Goalkeeper, are we playing 4-3-3 team of the tournament? How are we going? System.
Goalkeeper, I would go with France as goalkeeper.
I'll agree
I
with
would
that.
actually.
I like it. I like him.
What is that Holland
I like
keeper?
Magic.
Netherlands keeper's name?
Van Bretten, I think he plays for Brighton.
He was
Van
also good.
Bretten, yeah, he's also good.
Yeah.
Centre
But
back
I think
Saliba.
Saliba, definitely.
Saliba and Gay. I'm going
Saliba
Saliba
and
and
Gay.
Gay. Ram?
I'm going Saliba and Laporte.
Now why don't you put Stones in there if he's so important for your England team?
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
Everybody else. I didn't say he's better than everybody else.
No,
I
he's
said
not so important for this England team. Why don't you put Stones in there?
Because that would
But
just
now
be
all
Yes,
the
sir.
Laporte has been good.
That's how
So
the
you're
Cardi
gonna
will
put-
probably say,
so you're
put
gonna-
Trent in there. Trent must be in there. Don't speak about Salah. That's probably something
I'm
Cardi
just
would
saying.
say. Why are you bringing that out?
I'm just saying.
I
I'm
just said
just
he was-
asking,
I
I'm
said he was
asking
important,
questions.
but I
I'm just going
didn't
back
say-
what you said. You
I
made
never
the
said he was
statement.
better
I'm
than
coming back
everybody
to
else.
that.
But no.
You made the statement. I didn't make the statement, so I'm just coming back to that. Why don't you put Stones in there?
No, because he hasn't been better than Laporte.
Laporte has been okay. Fair enough.
That's my
Is it
opinion.
your centre back wearing?
Yo, bra,
Because you
Saliba,
are
as I said, and yeah, Laporte from Spain. He's good also.
Turkish
far.
keeper's been good. Left back.
Ooh,
The Chelsea dude, what's his name?
I'll
PJ.
actually go with the Turkish left back.
Kukurea.
Verdi.
I was
Korea.
going with the Turkish left back. I think he was. I think he
Turkish
was
I
guy,
want to,
Verdi,
I want to.
Kayaglu. I'm
Do you
going
know
with
who?
the
I
Okay,
want
do
to.
you know who I think also deserves a mention? Georgia's left back.
Ah,
Yes. I agree.
Underrated.
But I think I'll stick with Kukurea.
Yeah, Korea.
I think I'll stick with Kukurea. He just stands out. Not in a biased opinion.
There's just
Just like
something
Korea
about it
stands out.
in that Spanish team
Actually,
versus Chelsea.
my choice for left back. You guys go Cucurella. Francis left back.
Benjamin Pavard.
Theo's also
Theo
give Theo
Hernandez.
also a
Theo
shout.
Hernandez.
Theo's also give Theo as well a shout.
I think one of the best left backs in the world.
But that's what I'm saying. That's coming back to what Khalib said earlier. Lamal took Theo to the cleaners, every single
Yeah.
time. That's why Lamal took Theo to the cleaners. I must admit, and Rabiot, but right back.
I don't know.
Ooh.
The Spanish left wing tore every right back apart. Germany's
Gava.
left wing tore every right back apart so far. I don't
Okay,
know.
Gava.
I don't think right backs for me, hasn't it? There's been no one that stood out that I can say,
Yeah,
yo,
nobody.
Hey, Jules
I would
Koundé
only
got man of
choose
the match against
Carval
Jules
because of what he's done for Spain so far. I just think he's played a much more critical. But it's not like I wouldn't say like there's nobody else better. Like, I mean, I'm sure there is, but it's just like because of how far they've come. I don't think there's been outstanding right back for the Euros this season.
That's what I'm saying for the Euros. Nobody's been like at left back you can say centre backs you can say Saliba, guaranteed.
Yeah,
Left back
like it's clear, yeah.
be the
Yeah.
Georgian guy. At the right back, there's nobody because I feel that this tournament every right back has been torn apart by everybody at some point. You know,
Yeah.
like, I thought it was that kind of tournament.
Fair enough. 3 centimeters.
Fabian Ruiz.
Rodri.
Rodri for me as well.
Declan.
Declan,
You see,
agreed.
when that guy started smiling already, then I already knew he was going to say some wild thing.
Declan.
Rodri,
Your
Declan,
English
are the
media was
goalers.
literally criticizing Declan Rice after 2 games, saying he passes sideways and backwards. Now you want to come perform here for Declan.
And
Is the
Stones.
English media on those
Like,
podcasts?
don't
Is
look
it
at
us?
Declan came from Declan.
I'm just saying.
Is this the
The
English
goal
media
Netherlands scored
podcast?
came
I'm
from
just saying.
Declan, right?
I've got nothing to do with the English media what they write
I'm just saying.
because they all wrote Southgate off, and now today, if you look at today, he's got it right.
Okay,
So
you going?
I'm not interested in the English media what they're saying. They're not here on this
Rodri,
podcast.
Declan Rice are the goaler.
I'm going Rodri, Olmo, and Fabian Ruiz.
Ooh, all Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm going Declan, Kante, and Rodri.
Oh,
That's
Fabio
a nice
Ooh.
one.
Ruiz, Olmo, and who is still there?
Are we forgetting Carvalho-Skelia though?
but he's on the left wing.
I would forget that name,
He'd
bruh.
be more attacking though.
Kvaratskhelia.
You know how long it took me to pronounce that name? And
I mastered that name, bro. I mastered that name since day one.
I'm going to say Napoli's number 10. I can't say it. I'm saying Napoli's number 10. But that would be
Kvaratskhelia.
if you were picking a
Maybe
different
Wirtz,
motion.
my bro. That's bruh.
What about
That's bruh.
Wirtz?
In
What
the
about
next
Wirtz?
World Cup. Look
Florian
at
Wirtz as well.
that man. Just watch out with that man.
So who's your
And
three,
what's it?
Sado?
What's that other guy's name? Misiano, ne?
Musiala,
Of
we forget
Musiala.
Musiala as
Yeah,
well.
him also. Yeah, so that is my 3. So it's Fabian Ruiz, Olmo, and that German guy that you just mentioned now.
Musiala.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Even
But the
though they-
midfield is tight. The midfield is
Yeah,
tight.
The
no,
midfield is really tight. There's been a lot of good contenders for the
If you say
midfield.
4-3-3, then yes, it is tight because then I wouldn't include Butts and that Georgian. But if you're changing the formation, then they would obviously cut
then you
like
can
they cut
add,
they out.
Yeah,
They cut-
agreed.
Arda Gula can also be in there.
Yeah, that's why I chose Arda Güler.
there's
I
a
think he's been outstanding.
Front three.
Lamine on the right.
Mm.
I think we all agree.
yeah,
Don't you want to put
Jamal.
Saka in there? Maybe the Saka not come into the equation. Maybe for his 5 minutes
no,
of
worry. No.
No. Saka
I'll
doesn't
leave the
stand a
draft
chance
for
here.
you. No,
Just
I'll
checking
leave
it.
that.
But that
Yeah,
five
Lucky
minutes-
Lamine on the
give me
right.
the right back.
Alvaro
that 5 minutes
Morata
of
on the
football
striker.
he played,
Sorry, Ahmad.
It's Alvaro Morata on the striker and then Cody Gakpo on the left for me.
I mean,
Morata.
don't be like Davey. Don't be like Davey
Nah,
now.
man. Nah. Don't be like David.
man.
Morata. Nah.
I
will
would, I would,
go.
I would say
No.
I would agree with Ahmed. Gapco left. I
Yes.
would just go Kane down the middle, and then Yamal on the right hand side.
I'll go again. Gakpo.
And I'm biased. I'm biased with the Morata one because I want to be biased. I think I
that's
deserve to be
why.
biased. I think I deserve to be biased.
Hey, at least I
No.
didn't go with Kai. What about? At least I didn't go with Kai.
Guys, fruit. Guy's been fruit.
Guy's only scored 2 penalties. I'm not even gonna give him a.
Yeah, he's fruit. He's been fruit
My
this year.
three
guys.
again.
I'm
Gakpo
not
through the
going
middle.
that way.
Lamal and Musiala.
I'm going. Let's see on the right, Lamal on the left, Cody. There hasn't actually been a standout striker, you
There
know.
hasn't been a striker. There hasn't been a
Exactly.
striker.
That's why I have to be biased to go Morata because I'm not going to say Kane because he's focal head. Sorry.
Okay, then I'll go 4-4-2 and I'll go Gakpo and Lamal, and then and they're not exactly playing anybody, and then I will put the Turkish kid Gula in my 4 in midfield. Then, so I'll go with Kante, Rodri, Declan Rice, and the Turkish kid. 4 in midfield and 2 up front would be Gakpo and Lamal.
Then Yamal.
Fair enough. Say no more. Let's talk final, guys. Prediction. Isidore, I'll start with you before I come on to the 2 main guys who's actually playing in the final.
I feel Spanish flavor coming.
I love it.
After 90 minutes, prediction scoreline.
No, that is the 90 minutes. It's not going to be extra time. I can't see that game going to extra time.
Score?
2-0, Spain.
Don't know. I'm going 2-1 Spain. but only after extra time. Ram, let's start with you.
How would you
Your
go
team.
first?
Hey, Ahmed, go first. Ahmed, go first.
I will go first. I see no way that England can win Spain.
Mm.
I'm not writing them off. I
Yeah.
just don't think they can, and I think it's gonna be a clear winner. I think it's like 2-0. I don't even think they're gonna score because they haven't. And besides the last 20 minutes of the semi-final, I don't see them being a threat because I don't think people will get and realize how quick Spain can chase a ball down to get it back to hold it again. And I was argued with this when we were gonna lose against Germany, so the host, and it's been proven in that game they lose the ball, they chase it down, they win it back again. So I think it's gonna be Spain dominating possession. It's clear and obvious, but I don't think even England's gonna have a chance. They're gonna have a chance, but they're not gonna score unless they're lucky with a controversial decision. That's the only way I see it. 2-0 Spain. Done and dusted.
Spanish flavor.
Easy next setting
And
up
England-
now. Come,
and
Bram.
England
Let's wait
going
for
home.
you. Let's wait. Come,
And then
Bram.
England
First
goes
go.
home.
I'm gonna go 3-2 England in extra time.
Yes. I
like
can't see
it,
that,
Bram.
Bram. Sorry.
I'd like it. You know what? I'd like it. Game. I watched
I
so
would
much
love it,
cut-
but if there's gonna be a high scoring game, it's gonna be from Spain side.
Mm.
I'd love that actually with the horrible football I've watched in this tournament. I'd love a high scoring game on the end. Ref wins the game for England. Khalid says.
Khalid, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Tell Khalid the first spell properly. It's not England, it's England. ENG.
You know
This is
what's gonna
awesome.
happen after the final.
Anyone
When it's the final, I'm gonna send you a message that say the boys is coming home because it's only them going home, not the trophy.
Do you know what? No? Do you know what? I think England's gonna win the game. England's gonna win the game. And you're
I
gonna
don't.
be shocked.
I would, to be honest, I'm honestly sitting here thinking I would love to agree with you, but I can't.
Guys, if that
Because I can't
happens,
see
you don't
it.
see me until the season starts. I swear down you. Yo,
Why?
I'm going.
Why? Why?
I'm going full in because you
But
know
if
why?
Saka
Because I
scores the
don't.
winner. Okay, if Saka scores the winner,
Then will you put some respect on his name? Then
I'm not listening to his name. That's just the
will
thing.
you?
I've not
Will you
listened to
rate him in the
his
tournament?
name.
Then
In the what?
will you rate him in the
Rate him
tournament?
in-
Would you say it's at a good tournament? Then
In a good tournament.
will
Do
you
you think
get him to
Ollie
your
Watkins?
top four?
Does
Will you
Ollie
give him the top
Watkins
four for
deserve
John
man of the
Stones?
match for that 10 minutes last night? Does he deserve the man of the match last night?
No, he doesn't. He
But
doesn't
he
deserve
got
man.
it. But he got
I'm
it.
not sa-
So you want me to put respect
Saka
on
got man of the match
tournament?
against Switzerland. He saved your ass. You were on your ass. You were out. It wasn't for Saka. You wouldn't have had it last night. Do you
Jude
realize
saved
that?
that ass. Jude saved that ass with an overhead kick. England were
Jude
on their way
Bellingham.
out. Jude took the game into extra time. They wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
been
that-
as Switzerland.
Bram, you guys
Who
were
didn't
freak
do what he
lucky
did.
in that game, bro. Freak
Exactly.
lucky. Yo,
So if you didn't do what he did, there would be no Saka moment for you to speak about against Switzerland. So would you then say Jude had a great tournament?
No.
Are we
I
going?
wouldn't.
Okay, Bram makes a fair argument,
Are we making?
but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all
yeah,
know.
I wouldn't
No,
Hang on,
no,
hang on,
Bram.
hang on.
Now I disagree with you. Every game that Saka's been played, he's been clinical and key to the attack, and I don't think you can say the same that about Jude.
What's
Tell him
clinical?
Saka's
He's
been
got
the
a
star
goal.
playing the
He's
entire
got
front line.
clinical. Clinical means Jude Bellingham's got
Okay,
more goals than
so he hasn't beaten. So name me other players besides Kobe Mainoo that's beat defenders and actually sparked the attack, because everybody's been passing back the whole time,
Cole Palmer
unless the ball gets to Saka.
Cole Palmer, his defender, played Ollie Watkins.
Cole Palmer comes
Okay,
on
but
when
Cole Palmer doesn't
everybody's
start.
tired already, man. What are you talking about, Cole Palmer?
Cole Palmer doesn't start.
But then he's done more than what Saka's done this tournament for me.
Because
Oh,
Saka's
no,
already
hell
ran
no.
the whole record. Saka, you placed.
Saka's already beaten all of them.
This laptop. Oh my days.
You're having on a 2-minute moment of Saka. And
We're not going on a tournament. I'm talking about the whole tournament.
You know what? Did you know what? Then give Jude the credit that that I think he deserves. In without that goal of Jude, England is not where they are now. There won't be no Saka
Yeah,
moment.
but Jude hasn't had a great tournament. You'll give him his moment, but he hasn't had a great tournament. That's the argument here.
England's
Yeah.
first
He
game. they won
just
1-0.
saved you, but he hasn't had a great tournament.
But who got the winner?
Okay.
England won 1-0. Who got the winner?
Okay,
First game.
I'm gonna ask a simple
Jude
question.
Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. England is out. There is a minute left. England is out of the World Cup in the last 16. Who put England there? Jude
You're
Bellingham.
missing the argument here. The argument is
point is, take
we're not
Saka out
arguing.
of your team. What happens to your
I'm
team?
not missing the argument. What I'm saying is, do you say Jude had a great tournament based on those few minutes of individual brilliance?
No,
You
but
said
I'm not
But you're missing the
saying
argument.
Saka's one
I'm not saying
goal.
Saka had a great tournament because of his
I'm not
moment. I say
saying
Saka had a
Saka
great
had a
game every game.
He said put respect on Saka's name in this tournament. Now I'm saying
Yes.
I would.
Saka that I know, the Saka that I know, is that the Saka in this tournament? No, it's not the same player in this tournament.
But he's still been
over there,
better.
He had one game where you can say, okay, that's the Saka we know.
But that's the thing. We're not talking about one game. Every game Saka's been playing, he's looked impressive. He looked positive. He beats defenders. He gets the ball in.
The only one that
We're
beats
not talking
defenders
about the
all
one
does
moment. We're
nothing,
talking
just
about
cuts inside and does
overall.
nothing. In that whole front four, in that entire, let's talk your front four now. Kane, Foden, Saka, Bellingham, right? We forget Maino and Rice. Who's the most threatening for you
Saka.
out of that? In a game,
Saka.
take out all the goals.
Who you
let's take out
asking
all
you?
the goals.
Because Ahmed's answering
I'm
you for
asking
me.
you because you are the England fan and you mentioned John Stones over Saka as your best players in this tournament.
Why
After
are we
that
going
front
back
line.
to John Stones over Saka?
Yes, because the Stones.
Yeah.
Stones was at fault for that. Who did Jude score against? Slovakia? Or who did he score against? Slovakia.
Slovakia.
No?
Yes.
Stones was at fault for that first goal. So that's why I'm
Stones
asking
was
you.
The argument. That's why I said Bram's missing the argument
That's
here.
what I'm asking you.
We're not
After that
talking about
front
moments.
four,
I'm
After that
failing to
front four.
see. I'm failing to see how we are giving overhyping 5 minutes of football and saying that.
But that's the thing. We're not.
Because you made that
You
daft
need to look
statement
at-
of Stones. Saka's
No.
How
doing
is it
himself.
the
Exactly.
statement when I said that pairing has been very good? How is it a daft statement?
You put him as
You're
one of
missing
the,
the
you put
missing the
Stones
whole
as
thing. We're
more
not
one of the
comparing the
important
5 minutes.
players.
I'm sitting here and I'm saying that every game.
What game?
What, Len?
I'm
Yeah.
looking to find the game where besides the Switzerland game, where Saka has been brilliant. I'm waiting for what game. England hasn't been brilliant overall.
Hold on, let me land. Maybe I didn't make myself clear. I asked you again, in that front four,
Yes.
who are you relying for to spark something? Take on players, dribble past players, cut inside, get a shot off. In that whole front four that I named now.
Who am I relying on? Because you're making it sound what are they capable of doing or what they should be doing. It's not what has
Answer
he
the question.
been- I can't say. I would say him or Foden.
You
And
see,
neither of them have been great.
but who's got more goals? Who's got more man of the matches in the tournament? Foden or Saka?
Saka.
Saka's got one man of the match. Great.
Now, why did it take you so long? You know the answer. Why are you pausing? You know the answer.
Because
You
it's
know
a
what's
kind
gonna
of a
happen?
thing where it's not even a valid question, but okay, there's an answer to this question to justify your statement. This
The fact,
statement of
no,
yours-
you know what it is. You because you just don't want
You
to
know
put
what I hope,
respect
you
on
know
my
what I hope,
Starboy's name.
I hope it turns up Sunday.
You know what's
And
going to happen with my luck?
if-
John Stone's going to score a header against Spain. That's what's going to happen with my luck.
And then you're gonna hear it from me.
Yeah, no, but
But you know what it is. I think the argument's being missed by both of you.
The Saka at his best for Arsenal turns up on Sunday. This is gonna be a hell of a final.
I can't say that because it comes back to this. Saka has Ben White overlapping him, Odegaard there and all that. Whatever. Who does Saka have overlapping him on the right? Nobody, because he must play there right wing back because Kyle Walker can't play there properly.
Kyle Walker's got problems, guys. Leave him.
Nah, leave Kyle, man.
Kyle's got problems.
But you know what? I think it's good. I really hope it's not going to be a duller for you, honestly. All jokes aside.
Oh, I also.
I hope it's
Oh
not
no,
going to be
definitely not. We know Spain's bringing the fire. I don't know what England's bringing.
My heart says Spain is gonna run away with this. My head says this is going to extra time. My heart says Spain is there's gonna be a 3-1 Spain.
Can I ask you a question? If it goes to penalties, who wins?
England.
England.
Yeah,
England will-
I agree. If it goes to penalties, England win.
Euro 90. You look at Euro 96. Spain had a very good side. England took
Yes.
them to penalty. Spain fluffed all their penalties.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Pickford has got
Spain
everybody
hasn't been known for taking penalties in any case.
But let's
I don't have faith in
also come
Spain's
on
penalty
to England.
takers,
Like I
besides
think,
Morata.
Bram, would you say that this is the England side? Like I know there's this cliche that always goes around. Penalties is a lottery. For me personally, it's not. But would you say that this England side, compared to other teams that had Jamie Carragher, David Batty taking penalties, I think this team, this 5 kickers is gonna step up. Look assured, you don't even feel they're gonna miss. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're quite confident. Tony, Watkins,
Kane.
Green, you know,
Saka.
they Saka. I was so happy for him when he had the guts. He went up and he took his penalty, and he
Even
scored.
After the last moment, yeah.
You
Was,
and me,
you
bro.
know, and the fact that Kane wasn't even in that penalty shootout.
Mm.
But you know what I said to Oli today? You know what I said to him? Under Pochettino, Spurs played 2 finals and 4 semi-finals. Harry Kane never scored a single goal. He hides in big games.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you
He hides
noticed.
in big games. No, look, it's a fact. It's a fact. That's why when you made that silly statement that about me and about Kane earlier, I told you for years, I would cash in on him. I would have cashed in the money and built a team instead of a team that were built around him. And many a times in big games, he's been missing for us. Other players have had to carry us. In fact, most of our big wins, it was either Moira or Yuming Son that carried us in those games.
Wow.
So for me, I can't see him being a factor on Sunday, man. I would love to see Tony Watkins being given the full 90 and that really puts Spain under pressure if we do get the ball and we like we did last night with the Dutch when Watkins came on.
I'll say it again.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'll fear once Ollie Watkins or Ivan Toney and Cole Palmer comes on in those guys, because I know for a fact those are pacey players, they are skillful players, they are players with a much higher IQ that can beat defenders.
I have a feeling he's
I
going
don't-
to shock you and bring Gordon on at some point.
Even
They-
Gordon, even if
Yeah,
he brings on Gordon, I would still fear, because I know what they're capable of. I know that they can beat defenders, because in order to win these matches, especially these high-profile, big finals type of matches, you need to be able to have a winger that is fast, skillful, clever enough to beat defenders, play the ball in, or beat defenders and go for the shot. And I don't think Harry Kane is that type of player. He drifts to the wing and he does nothing. 90% of the time, England gets the ball and they pass back.
Yeah.
90% of the time. But it's just the moment you bring on Ollie Watkins and those guys, they know exactly what they're doing.
Now when Belka is going to get the chance in the first few minutes, 6 he puts it away.
I'm saying the same thing.
No.
I wish. Ask Bram. When
I've
Kane
never been
scores, he's
wrong.
the first person I message. All I say is Kano. That's all I say.
I've never been wrong, and I stand corrected. I've never been wrong.
You can.
And you called him to be top goal scorer of this tournament.
I did call it. I did call him to be top scorer. The only reason is because he takes the penalties, man. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
And he gets chances and he puts it away. But gents, it's been awesome. Anyone, you guys, any transfer news that I've missed? I think his transfer window's been dead, honestly, because of the
Only Mbappe's been unveiled on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I see
As a
Joshua
number 9.
Zirkzee. Did Zirkzee complete his move to United?
Yeah, and Donny van der Beek leaves United.
Girona, no?
Paulinho's
Think so.
signed for Bayern.
And Olise as well.
and
Isidore,
Zalewski.
your friend? Not seeing nothing. Same with
But all
us.
quiet. All
Am I the
quiet.
only one that gets bored by Fabrizio posting the same shit over and over?
Yeah, he's been posting boring stuff now. But then again, there's nothing. What must the guy do? There's nothing exciting happening.
I'll tell you what is the funniest thing ever. You guys hear the story about so Wrexham, they did their annual clear out, you know, like players that contract comes to an end, etc., etc. So they release this player. Only to find out the guy's actually got 2 years left on his contract.
So they had to pay him out.
No, he's either gonna take them to a tribunal because it's their fault they released him, or they're going to re-sign him with a hefty signing on fee.
That's a tough one. I didn't read that one actually.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's got
maybe
he's
and
got
that
2 years left.
Newcastle board was also leaving them. With
Yeah, the
immediate effect.
owners, yeah. The
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Chelsea is playing FIFA Manager
But did you guys
as normal.
see what's happening? They leaving because the money man is the deal. So basically, they were the front
They were the
to,
front, yeah. They were.
to get everything on board, right? They only had a 3% share, like basically 3% say, and they're selling it to him. For some reason, this guy couldn't be part. I don't know if it's some law or something, or he was like criminal, whatever. But the real money man is going to spend money at Newcastle has been
Yeah.
cleared to take over, and he's bought 10% shares. They sold their shares of 3%.
Isn't it Mohammed bin Salman, which is like the Saudi government?
That's
Some
that guy as one of that Saudi
That
guys,
dude-
yeah. Because they were
that
only
dude
supposed to
is
be
now
there
good.
for 3 years in any case.
That dude's been
Yeah.
given the all clear now to go to Newcastle, and be careful what they are going to. Because
they
if you
can
see
spend
them
now.
Because I said there's a year or two ago when Mohammed bin Salman bought the club. He's the richest guy in the world.
have you seen the names that all of a sudden started being linked to them? So Bayern beat Newcastle to the Olise deal, right? Because Newcastle.
I think that's a great signing for Bayern.
Is a Spurs were like heavily linked. They're gonna get him. Ivan Toney's name has now been thrown around, and the money that Newcastle are going to offer. Yeah, I'm a bit weary with this guy coming through now because he's just literally going to throw bags of money now.
And they can, huh? They can.
Hot take, I think Kobe Mainoo should leave United.
I don't
Not
think
now.
so. I think he should
I don't
stay
think
there.
you will.
I think he's too good for United. I don't think he can grow as a player by staying at a club at Man United.
But didn't he just
I
sign
think
a
he
contract
deserves
now?
more.
Yeah, but I think
Because it's one of two things. It's either he leaves or he actually is the difference at the young age that he is. One of the
I
two.
think he has. I think he was the difference in this season.
the difference is he's Lamar. There's an end product that we all look for, and the media look for, and everybody looks for. There's a goal, all right? Kobe Man is not a goal scorer, so you won't see the difference because a defensive player doesn't really get they don't get the plays of the difference that they make in a team. You know, no matter how well Declan Rice do with Arsenal, you're always going to look at Saka, Martinelli, other people because of the goal.
Agreed.
The goal. I mean, how important was Xavi and Iniesta for Barca, but you only always spoke about the goal scorer,
Messi.
Messi.
Yeah. And
You know,
that
but-
three of Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta were dangerous.
Yeah, so-
They were lethal.
So,
Very well lethal.
where is Kobe Mainoo gonna go? The only place that Kobe Mainoo is gonna have to go to have his profile uplifted and his value seen is if he goes to Barcelona Madrid.
Yeah,
That's the
Because
I also think that. And Madrid stocked up. I don't see anybody. I don't see Barca even winning the league in the next few years. The talent that Madrid has is insane. It's crazy, and I don't think people realize it up until they're gonna see it. I don't think they realize how crazy Endrick is. I don't think people realize how crazy Arda Güler is, and these are players that are not even playing yet. They're not even making in the starting lineup because there's Vinicius, Mbappe, Rodrigo. Like,
Well, I think Mbappe spoils that whole court.
nah.
That's a wild thing. I think Mbappe messes
You know
up
what?
everything.
You know why I don't say so? Because they already told him you don't have an ego here. You play for this team. And that is, I think that's going to be the key. Because why Papa Florentino Perez, that guy is
Aye.
I don't know. There's that guy is like he's a dictator. Really. So
Are you going to say something?
I said, look, they had the Galacticos and they won nothing when you expected them to win everything. So football has a funny way of leveling things out, man. You know, like you said, they've got a gel playing together. They still got a core of good players, so yeah, they obviously will be the team to look out for, inevitably. But who knows? Who knows what will happen as the season progresses?
I want to know. I want to see where Mbappe is gonna fit in because
I also want to see.
oh no, he plays striker.
He's gonna play
It's already
down.
decided. He plays striker
He
because
can't
Vinicius
play. I
plays
don't
left
think he
and
can. I
Rodrigo
don't think he's
plays
the
right.
number 9.
Yeah, he's not the
No,
number 9.
he's going to be unveiled as the number 9.
He is the number
He's going
9.
to play
Yeah.
9.
He said he don't want
But
to
he's
take
gonna
number
play
10
9.
because of Modric. He don't want to pay respect to Modric. So,
But he's going to play striker.
I don't want to see
He's
that.
going to play striker because you can't take Vinny out. Vinny's on the
Yeah.
left, Rodrigo's on the right. So
And this
he
is what I
can only
want
slot in on the 9. Unless a shopping change in the game. Because
But
Vinny
you-
has played striker
It's
as well.
hard to fail. It's hard to fail being at Real Madrid.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Fail being
Very,
there.
very.
I mean, you must be you must be other kind of shit to fail there. You must.
But
Timo Werner will still
we
fail there.
can I ask you guys a question? What are you expecting of Mbappe? Like, what must he do? Because Real Madrid have won, heaven knows, Champions Leagues, league titles, whatever. What must he? Because we know that when Haaland came in, he was signed to win the Champions League, right? That was City's. That was his thing. What do you? What for you? You guys, do you think Mbappe needs to do? Like to say, okay, I am here.
Check.
The thing is, it's not what he needs to do, it's what he needs to continue to do. Because all he needs to do is maintain the current form that they're on. And they know they can't do it with the players that they have alone. They need to... look, Madrid's goal here is going over the top. That is as plain and simple as it is. We've already won Champions League, we're in a league, we don't want to stop. So how do we not stop? Get the best that there is.
I think more the question would be, what should he not fail at doing? Because anything less than the Champions League is going to be scrutinized. Everybody else there was part of the team that won it this year.
Yeah.
The pressure on him is them not winning it this year. Even if he doesn't have an absolutely brilliant season, all right? And we're talking if he doesn't score 20, 25 goals, right? But they end up winning the Champions League and he's part of it, it will be deemed a success. Because remember, he's built this profile for himself. He's not a player like Bale, Modric, Kroos when they went there. They had to prove themselves. Kylian Mbappe doesn't have to prove himself to anybody.
To anybody, yeah, agreed.
Anybody.
Oh, everybody knows him.
So it's not a case of his name or stature is going to fall. The guy's won the World Cup. Right? He's won PSG, France, he's won everything. So if he goes there and he wins, it's expected of him to win the Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
I think it's more a case of what he doesn't do, not what you're expecting him to do.
Facts. I'll agree with that. 100%.
I
Now you're back on my level again. Now you're liquor now. Now
you're not
redeem
on
yourself.
tonight you're not on my level with your stupidity. Not on my level tonight. You're on Khalib's level tonight.
No, Khalid's level. Khalid said he's gonna give me a high blood. Don't worry, there'll be many more of this. But yeah, we're gonna do a pod on Tuesday again after the final.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I think
And let me say my famous quote, and I'll be sitting here telling you I told you so.
Don't worry. I'll give you this section,
What I'm
this top
telling you-
left here. I'll sit at the bottom. I'll
What
host
I'm
from
telling you
there
is
at the
coming
bottom.
All I'm telling you is it's coming home.
Isidore.
The boys
final
are coming
thoughts,
home
my
now.
brother?
The boys are coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming
Final
home.
thoughts, Isidore?
Good so, Owens. Good to be back again. With all the floods in Cape Town, we are here. Keep him home and everything. Looking forward to the final on Sunday.
Definitely.
Spanish flavor, as I said, 2-0.
No,
I love it. I love it. I love
it's
it.
gonna be a case of Hey Jude. Hey Jude.
Ahmad, your final thoughts, my brother?
My final thoughts can only be one thing. Just like the floods is taking over the roads of Cape Town, so will the Spanish flavor take over the final. So with that spice, exactly, Isidore, with the spice. I feel pretty confident. Show's been great. The tournament has been pretty great, to be honest. Not what we expected from the big players, but yeah.
I think our show's been more exciting than the tournament, honestly.
Nah, for real, I must admit, I just want to actually big it up. I must thank you guys. I enjoyed the show more, even especially in the Euros, more than the tournament, honestly. And so, big up.
Yeah,
to
I can agree.
You guys.
My final thoughts is I just hope that the officials don't try and take center stage.
Yeah.
on
I
Sunday.
was gonna
Give us
say
your
that
final
I don't want
thoughts
the
and then
final to be ruined by like controversial calls.
Yeah, it's gonna really spoil it because we're all looking forward to.
Mm.
We're looking
Yeah, give us your
forward
final thoughts, and then I want you to take us out, Bram. I want you to take us home
Look,
because it's coming home.
my thing is this. My final thought is just this. I would like to see England really take the game deep, take it far to make it exciting. Like I said, my heart's telling me this is going to be over by halftime. And England's not going to be able to come back. Spain is going to see out the second half. But my head's telling me England's going to take this to extra time and win in extra time. Because it's just the grit, the true British grit, the English grit is going to come out on Sunday. I can see Luke Shaw starting and taking out, trying to hurt the kid because he's just him to scare them all. I think anyone is scared him. And yeah, for me, it's just the game. The game has literally just live up to the hype.
Fair enough. You're not going to close out the show. I'm letting you close out the show.
All I'm going to say is, guys, it's coming home. It's coming home. This is the one time Harry Kane is going to lift the trophy. And if he doesn't, retire.
I think
Well,
that
there
our
you
team
heard
must retire.
There you heard it,
Retire.
people. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you for making the show an awesome one as always. It's Hotspur Bram.
And
It's
lastly, can Khalib come on the show instead of just talking in the comments? Bring him on the show, man.
Okay, I'll organize something for him to come on Tuesday. I'll get him there. Don't worry. I'll ask him.
Okay, guys.
Lovely.
And Andrea speaks more facts a lot of the times.
I'll ask her. I think you must ask her. I asked her, but she said no, so I think you should ask her.
I'll ask her.
You'll ask
Okay.
her. Yeah, but
Cool, guys.
yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. It's Hotspur Bram. It's the Spanish Pundit Ahmad. That's Izado. It's DVD. Like, share, subscribe. We are out of here. Bless.
Sure.